guys, it's Izzy, and today I'm going to be sharing the story of how I got an old woman arrested yesterday. Yep, so if you want to know how I get the elderly detained, then please keep on watching. So first of all, I want to say that the reason I'm making this video, actually no, first of all I want to say, please excuse my hair. I know I never have to excuse my hair in videos, but yeah, it's a bit of a, like, yeah, please listen to the words that are coming out my mouth, not the actual state of my appearance today. And yeah, basically I just wanted to make this video as a little warning, because the only reason I knew that this was some sort of dodgy setup and didn't go along with it is because I'd seen it before on like TV, and I've heard of these sorts of things happening before, and I dread to think what would have happened if I didn't, you know, spot the signs of it. And because I was with my mum, and yeah, she was a bit naive about the whole situation and was just like going along with it. And yeah, I was basically saying to my mum, like in German, I was like, Mum, this is like so dodgy, just don't go along with it. Basically the scenario is a gang or someone with bad intentions will, you know, send out like an old woman or a little 10-year-old kid or someone really innocent looking, just to sort of lure people into this trap and then, you know, like mug them or, you know, just do not very nice things. So basically I'm always really paranoid anyway, and as soon as this happened, I never thought that this would ever happen to me, but as soon as it was happening I knew exactly what it was happening, and I was like, this woman is a dodgy lady and I need to avoid her, like like basically my mum had come to pick me up from the airport. I'm not going to say which airport it is, but basically we were just in the ticket machine in the car park just paying for our ticket, and I don't know if, like, why, but like the whole car park building had its lights off apart from the light in the ticket machine. Like, other than that one light by the ticket machine, there was no lights in the entire car park, and I mean this car park was pitch black. Like literally the only light that was in this entire building was the light from the ticket machine and the sort of, like, I don't know, guess the moonlight that was coming through the windows. Like anyone could be hiding behind any car and you just would not be able to see them. Like it was pitch black. You may as well be walking through the car park like this, like finding your car. Like, so, you know, that was already creepy enough as it is, and also the fact that it was like dead in the middle of the night, like it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and me and my mum thought we were the only ones in this car park. Like we were the only ones when we walked in there, like literally no one followed us in or anything. So we were just paying for the machine, and then we turned around and literally about this far away from us there was this woman stood, and I'm not kidding, this woman did not walk into the car park behind us. She was there already waiting, I swear down. Like it literally made me and my mum jump so much. We're like, oh my god, like, oh, how long have you been there, sort of thing. And then she turns to my mum, and I'm literally not joking, the way she said these words, it was so creepy, it will literally haunt me for the rest of my life. She just turns to my mum and she goes, "Excuse me, miss, can you help me?" And I know that's not like the scariest sentence anyone can say, but literally it was the way she said it. Like she made us jump, she was there all of a sudden, it's like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And we're like I normally go out my way to help people, it is no problemo, but old lady by herself, 2 o'clock in the morning in a pitch black abandoned car park, hell no, I am not dealing with that, like no. But even then we didn't want to just like dismiss it. Like this woman did ask for help, so we were gonna see what we could do. So we were like, "Oh, you're alright," and she started speaking Spanish, and we were like, we can't speak Spanish, sorry. So she's like, "Oh, sorry, my English isn't very good," even though she understood everything that we were saying. Bear that in mind, that was another little telltale sign that something wasn't right. Like she could understand everything we were saying, but she was like, "I can't speak English back." But she started going, "Oh, my head is very confused, my head is very confused." So we're like, "Oh my god, is she alright? Is she alright to be out by herself? You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, what's going on? Why is this woman confused in a car park?" And then she goes, "My husband, he works at the airport, but he never came home today." And me and my mum were like, oh my god, are you alright? Have you found him now? Do you need to call the police? You need to call the police. And she's like, "Oh no, it's fine." And we're like, "You literally just said that you lost your husband, like what do you mean?" And then she goes, "Yeah, I was in the car park and I was on the 4th floor and I lost my keys in the car, and can you help me?" And we were like, "No, what do you mean? Have you locked your car keys in your car or something?" She goes, yeah, that's what's happened, I've locked my car keys in my car." So we're like, really sorry, we can't help with that, like you need to call someone so they can fix that, like you can't just go breaking into people's cars, sort of thing. And we're like, "No, you can phone people and they can sort that for you immediately. Do you want us to do that?" And she was like, no, can you come with me?" And me and my mum are like, for starters, we've just paid for our car ticket and they are expensive. We, you know, it's a fortune enough as it is. We don't want to be like robbed of our money twice, because I consider the car park payments just a complete robbery, like. And then we start telling this woman to go to the airport, which is literally opposite the car park. Like, you can stand in the car park doorway and you can see the airport there. So we're like, go in there, people can help you, they'll definitely be able to help you. Like, I'm really sorry, we're not going to go up with her, but we didn't say that, but we were like, no, we can't go up with you. And she starts looking in her bag then, like frantically looking in her bag, and me and my mum were like, what's going on? She goes, oh no, the keys are definitely up there. So we're like, yeah, you just said they're definitely up there, what's going on? She's like, oh no, I need to get the keys, I need to get them out the car. And we're like, but so they're not locked in. She's like, oh, my English not very good, oh no, they're in the car, I know where they are, can you help me get them? And we're like, we're not going to go up to the 4th floor with you. And she starts going into the lift and she's like, please come up in the 4th floor. So at this point I'm like proper freaking, like, she doesn't want us to call anyone for her, and she doesn't want to go to where people can definitely help her. Like, I was getting really creepy vibes, and she was still so persistent that we go onto the 4th floor, and I just knew for a fact that there was people on the 4th floor waiting for us to go up there, and I was like, no. So then she starts going in the lift, she pressed the 4th floor button, she's like, can you wait for me here? I'll be 2 minutes, can you wait for me here? Please wait for us. So my mum's still like, oh, I'm really sorry, we've just paid for our ticket, we're gonna have to pay again if not, and it's just like really expensive, please go to the airport, it's right there, people can help you. So she sort of starts going, you know, like admitting defeat, like she was just looking at us like, okay, yeah, I'll go to the airport, okay. She starts going up in the lift and stuff, and I'm like, literally, Mum, can we go, please? Like, I was literally so scared for my life. I know I'm smiling now, but that's like a defense mechanism. Like, I was literally so terrified, never been more terrified in my life, and I was like proper shaking down this pitch black like car park. I was like, what happens if there's people on this floor waiting for us as well? Like, so my mum's like still so naive about the whole situation. She's like, oh, that poor lady and all that, and I'm like, she's fine, but obviously I didn't want to like say that there because I didn't want to get like my mum panicking and all that. So I'm like, Mum, let's just get in the car, please. And then she starts, you know, just opening the car doors, adjusting the suitcases properly, and it's like a pitch black car park, and I'm like looking around me, I'm like, people are gonna jump out at any minute, like literally. And she starts like just going, yeah, move this a little bit, just have all the car doors open and all that. And then finally we got in the car and we start driving home, and I'm like, Mum, that was a really dodgy encounter, like I was so scared then. She's like, why were you scared and stuff? I was like, Mum, you don't know what could have happened. Like, she's like, yeah, I know it's always good to be cautious, like maybe she did have a gang waiting or something. I was like, Mum, that's exactly what I think was happening, like exactly what I think was happening. She was so persistent to try and get me and my mum on the 4th floor of this car park, even though we said that, you know, we can help you another way. She's like, no. Like, if her husband, who worked in the airport, had really gone missing, why was she not in the airport? And two, why did she not want to phone the police? Like, that was, the whole story just did not add up, and every time we questioned her about it, she changed the story slightly. So then I started talking to my family about it more and more, and I was like, am I overthinking this, or was it a dodgy encounter? And because my aunt had also come with me on holiday and stuff, so my aunt's like, no, Izzy, you need to report that. So I phoned the police. Actually no, first of all I phoned the airport security, and then they didn't pick up, so I phoned the police, and my thoughts were, okay, there's going to be one of two things. First of all, this one woman could be actually genuinely needing help and lost and confused, and the police would be able to find the right people and they would be able to help her. So, you know, either way, she should not be in an airport like car park by herself at 2 o'clock in the morning. And second scenario, which I thought would be the most likely, is that they would find her. So yeah, I phoned the police and I gave them a description of her. I was like, yeah, she had like dark black hair, but also it was quite grey. She was like in her 60s and all this. She was dressed very, very smartly, and she just keeps saying like how confused she was, but her husband was missing, and that she wanted to get us up on the 4th floor. And then I was on the phone to the police, and then they let me listen into another police call. So I think somehow they put another policeman through on my call, if that makes sense. And he was like an undercover sort of spy. They sent out like a policeman, but like in normal clothing and stuff. So he went up and he was like, he said the exact same thing. This was a good half an hour, 40 minutes later, and bearing in mind, we told this woman to go to the airport if she needed further help, if she needed help with someone. And he still found her 40 minutes later saying the same story, and she was trying to get people up on the 4th floor. And I was thinking, yeah, no, they got her. So they let me know that they had her. My dad also was at the same airport car park, and he was waiting outside, and he said he saw some suspicious like man like lurking around the same car park and all that, like really suspicious looking man. And yeah, I think it's needless to say that that is exactly what was happening. Like, no old woman stays in an airport car park by herself at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she had been in there for a good hour looking for help, with an airport opposite you literally full of people who would be able to help you. Like, there's like police in there and there's all sorts, and she was there just looking for people to take up on the 4th floor. Yeah, likely story? I think not. So basically I just wanted to make this video because literally as soon as this woman said, excuse me, I need help, I thought of like all the situation. I was like, what's she doing in the car park at 2 o'clock in the morning by herself? What's this, why is she trying to get us on the 4th floor? There's definitely people waiting there. And I just like put all the signs up in my head together, and I just knew for a fact that that situation was dodgy because I'd seen it so many times, you know, like on TV and that, and I've just heard of like situations like that happening so often with like old ladies and little kids trying to lure people in. And literally I just wouldn't even like to think what would have happened if I was by myself or didn't know like what to do in that situation. So I just want to say, warning signs, please 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 add up all the warning signs together. Like, think, what is a person doing by themselves if it's like a ridiculous time in the morning? Think, are they trying to take you away from other people, or can you try and get them to go to other people? Like, I would have been willing to like walk her to the airport where there was more people in there, but she was so reluctant to do that. She's like, no, you need to come this way. So if someone's trying to get you away from like more people, try and get you on the top floor of a car park where there's no one else, literally, yeah. Also, this car park wasn't that full, so why would she go and park on the very, very top floor? And also, if you do have to go off with someone to be able to help them, then please say, okay, I'm going to make a quick phone call, I'm going to let my friend know where I am, where I'm going, and I'm going to let them know just exactly what's going on, just in case something happens. And if the person that you're going with is reluctant to do that or doesn't want you doing that, then that is a clear red flag and you need to get out of there, like, just run. And yeah, I just hope that you guys have, I was going to say enjoyed this video, but that you guys have learnt something from this video, because it wasn't my usual, you know, sort of upbeat video. It was just like quite a serious video. So I hope that you have learnt something, and yes, I really 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 hope that this situation never happens to any of you, because it is so terrifying. I knew for sure that someone was going to try and mug me, like I knew that for sure, and it's literally so terrifying. I've never been more scared of anything in my life. Like, so yeah, I just want to say, learn from my experience. I'm all good, I'm all safe. I had the warning signs, the red flags, I spotted them all, so I was able to get out of what could potentially have been a not so good situation. And I hope that it's a lesson learnt to all of you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys soon. I make new videos every single Wednesday and every single Sunday. Bye. I think my sister uses this, and I think she says she likes it. Either that or she doesn't, so we'll see, and we'll see my impressions of it.